there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to some more Pokemon to Create a Sim videos. This one is Incineroar, which is from Gen 7, and he is the final evolution of Litten, the little cute adorable fire cat, which was my starter. This was one of the only ones where I would choose one of the other starters over the water starter, because for some reason I tend to gravitate towards the water starters. But there are a few exceptions. This gen was one of them. But, so, with Incineroar, one of the things going in, I wasn't sure how to fully make him and give the full Incineroar vibe. Incineroar is very, very muscular. Has a very tiny waist that would be very strange to make on a sim, particularly a male sim. It looks weirder on male sims than it does female sims. And as you can see, I am making a male sim here. That is partially because, for some reason, that's just my first instinct when I think about Incineroar, is male. But that also partially could be because my starter from when I played Sun and Moon, my Litten was a male Litten, so obviously it became a male Incineroar once it evolved to the very final stage. But yeah, so trying to get the proportions and still try to give Incineroar a vibe and not make it look too strange was some of the things I was trying to do. I didn't know what to do with his hair, really, because technically Incineroar has hair all over his body, but because he's got these giant, like, hair pieces that almost like whisker feeling things, but flare hair, mane, whatever you want to call it. It's got some of those, like, vibes going on. I wanted to give him slightly longer hair, but at the same time, I wasn't sure what style, so I was, like, trying to find some that were, like, more flare-like somewhere along those lines. And I tried to get his skin to have a reddish undertone to it, is probably the best way to say that. So yeah, it was just a lot of experimenting with Incineroar. I do like how he turned out. I think he's pretty high up there when it comes to, like, the male sims that I've done for this series. But a lot of the female sims, I really like how they turn out, but that's just in sims in general, because one, I'm just better at making female sims, but I think that's partially because of the second reason why I enjoy making female sims is because of all the CC. So because I have a lot more options, and then on top of that, I think it just makes it easier to make them, and then funner to make them. So yeah, but I try. As you can see, I was experimenting with giving him ears, but I just wasn't vibing giving him cat ears, because the part of this is to try to give them, like, try to make them more human-esque. That's part of the challenge. Every once in a while, I'll go in and give them some sort of weird feature that definitely is not human-esque at all, or give them more features than some of the others. Sometimes it just really depends. If I'm really feeling giving them cat ears or fins or something for that particular one, then I'll go ahead and do it. But with him, I wasn't. I was going to try to stick to the mostly humanoid thing. But overall, I did try to incorporate a lot of red into it, but I did also try to bring in some grays. I actually think I give him a gray tank top, because Incineroar has that gray section of, like, his chest, back, stomach area, which, by the way, you should be seeing a picture in the bottom left corner of Incineroar. You've probably already noticed it, but I forget to mention it. For those of you who are more just here for the sims in general versus people who are here for the Pokemon part, some of you overlap. Obviously, I'm someone who overlaps. I like sims and Pokemon, but that's not the case for everyone. So I try to always make sure y'all at least know what the Pokemon looks like that I am trying to make here. But anyway, so yeah, I was trying to give him some tattoos on his arms. The one tattoo I really wish that's, like, I think it would be the left side of him, but from viewing on your screen, it's your right side. That piece I wish it was slightly more spaced out, but then I also had it for the other arm, because he has the gray stripes going down his arms, and that's what the tattoos are sort of trying to represent. I did give him a tattoo on both sides, but because a lot of the other arm tattoos I have for the right arm actually wasn't more striped like had more lines going across of it. It was more like a very like curvy, elaborate design, like, or like had like a person or something, like, you know, stuff like that. It wasn't like these more, I guess these are more tribal sort of designs in a way. And this was basically the one that was just in the one spot. It wasn't going up the whole arm. Was the closest I can get, but you know, again, this is a humanized version of Incineroar, so you know, it's not gonna be exact, and so yeah, but I still like it. I like it how it turned out. Not everyone wants the same exact. I mean, most people don't get identical tattoos from their left and right arm, for the most part. But in the purposes of this, I was sort of wishing I would find something sort of close at least. But that one little single one's the closest I can find. I give him the little snake bite things that represent the teeth, actually, the pointed teeth and stuff like that. Red pants, obviously, because there's a lot of red on Incineroar. But yeah, in the end, I do like how he turned out. I gave him some hints of reds and orange on the wristbands as well to represent the fire and stuff, because he is a fire type. But yeah, I hope you like how he turned out. If so, hit that lovely like button. Subscribe if you're not already. You know, all that lovely YouTube goodiness. Let me know your thoughts down below on Incineroar, and which one is your favorite out of the trio of Decidueye, Primarina, and Incineroar that I've made, because the other two are already out. There is going to be a link down in the description below for the Pokemon to CAS playlist for Series 2 and 1. This is obviously Series 2, so if you haven't seen the previous ones, or you know there's some that you might miss, you can go to those playlists and find them. Always feel free to suggest me some Pokemons to try to create in this series, or at least be part of Series 3, because eventually I will take a little break from making the Pokemon and do some other creative sim stuff. But as of right now, I still have quite a few Pokemon that I've already made or plan on making for this series. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!